Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm referred to as the Big Game Hunter because I've been hunting down leaders and staff organizations for more than 40 years. Today's salary negotiation comes out of American politics and an autobiography I read many years ago from former President Nixon. Nixon was known as a tough negotiator. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but he had that reputation. In his autobiography, he talked about negotiating with, I think it was the People's Republic of China on some deal. Maybe it was something else, but that's my recollection. And he said, if you ever wind up going into a negotiation, if they want you to negotiate about something, if they want you to compromise on something, they have to give you something back in return. So when a firm is offering you less money, a position title that's not quite right, something less than what your expectations are, you have to get them to concede to something else. Now, let me restate that. You want them to concede to something else. You don't want to just simply say, but, this isn't the money we were talking about. This isn't the title we were talking. You don't want to be whining in front of them. You just want to very simply say, okay, so if I accept less money, what are you going to do for me? I see that you want me to take less to come on board, but what concession can you provide me with? Are you going to increase my review policy and increase the review from 1 year to 6 months and give me a salary review at that time? What can you do to make things better for me in this negotiation? Now, big companies really are limited because if they just recognize this scenario. We live in litigious times, and if they do something for one person, they can be sued as being perhaps advantaging one class of individuals over another. So let's say you're a heterosexual white male and there is a person who's not a heterosexual white male who isn't able to negotiate this deal the same level as you. A lawyer gets into it, why'd you do it for that person and not for the other? So big companies tend to be more hamstrung than smaller or mid-sized firms. But regardless, you start asking, if I accept this, with this title, with this salary, with these terms, they're not exactly what we've been talking about. What can you do for me? Can you give me an earlier salary review? Can you increase my vacation time? What can you do for me? And see, many people just don't they make the mistake of not negotiating. So you want to be negotiating, which involves asking them for concessions. Negotiation doesn't mean that you make all the concessions. Negotiating means both sides make them. This is Jeff Altman. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did and you're watching on YouTube, share it, leave a comment, click the like button. Do something that lets people know it was worthwhile. Then go over to thebiggamehunter.us and go exploring, because there is a ton of content there that you can watch, listen to, or read that'll help you find work more quickly. Also want to mention that you can download any of my books and guides to job hunting and pay what you want for them. They are a great resource. In particular, take a look at the single best question you should ask on any interview. Several recruiters have told me it's one of the best books that they've read about the interview process. There's also a lot of other things at the site, so again, go over to thebiggamehunter.us and go explore it. Last couple of points. First of all, if your current firm is trying to hire someone, please send me an email at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. Let me know who to contact and whether I should mention your name. I'd love to help your firm staff positions. If we're not already connected on LinkedIn, send me a connection request at linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. I accept connection requests from people worldwide, except if you're in a country known for scams or spam, or if you're a third-party recruiter. And finally, if you'd like me to critique your resume, I'd be happy to do it, but I do charge for the service. Again, information at thebiggamehunter.us. Let me just explain why I critique resumes. I don't have time to write them in full, but I can take a look at a resume, give you great feedback about it, because resumes need to be perfect these days in order to get effective results. They are the first benchmark that firms use in evaluating you. I'm not just talking about the interview or not interview process, but they start formulating in the back of their mind how much you're worth from the course of the resume. Let me critique your resume. It's a $75 price that's well worth spending. This is Jeff Altman. Hope you have a great day. Take care.